Hey everyone! Don't forget to like our channel, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so our new videos reach.
In a vast and peaceful wetland, surrounded by tall green reeds and shimmering water, lived a graceful saras crane named Arin. Arin was known for his elegant long legs, bright white feathers, and striking red crown, a truly magnificent sight. Every morning, as the golden sun rose, Arin would spread his wings and dance in the shallow water, his reflection rippling. He lived with his family near a quiet lake, teeming with fish, croaking frogs, and dragonflies gliding in the air. The wetland was their home, shelter, and food source. Arin loved it deeply, believing nothing could disturb its rhythm. One day, while searching for food, Arin noticed something unusual. The water level in the lake seemed lower than before. The soft mud where he usually stood had started to crack under the heat of the sun. At first he thought it was a passing change, but as days went by, the water continued to shrink. Worried, Arin spoke to his closest friend Mira, another saras crane. "Have you noticed the water disappearing?" Arin asked. Mira nodded with concern. "Yes, Arin. The rains haven't come this season, and the nearby river has slowed down. If this continues, our home could dry up." Arin felt a heavy weight in his heart. The wetland was not just his home, but also the home of many creatures. If the water vanished, they would all suffer. Determined to find a solution, Arin decided to explore beyond the wetland. It was a risky journey, far from home, but he knew he had to try. With a strong flap of his wings, Arin took flight, soaring high above the land. From the sky, Arin saw vast stretches of dry land. Fields that were once green had turned brown, and rivers had become thin lines of muddy water. As he flew further, he finally spotted a large river that still flowed strongly. It was far from his home, but it was full of life. Arin landed near the river and met an old turtle named Kavi. Kavi had lived there for many years. Arin explained the situation of his drying wetland and asked for help. Kavi listened carefully and said, "The river still has plenty of water, but a blockage has formed upstream. Fallen trees and debris have stopped the flow. If that blockage is cleared, the water might return." Arin felt a spark of hope. "But I cannot clear it alone," he said. Kavi smiled gently. "You don't have to. Go back and gather your friends. When many work together, even the hardest tasks become possible with renewed determination." Arin flew back to the wetland. He gathered all the animals, cranes, ducks, frogs, and even small creatures like squirrels and rabbits. At first, some were doubtful. "How can we clear such a big blockage?" they asked. Arin stood tall and spoke with courage. "If we do nothing, our home will disappear. But if we work together, we have a chance to save it." Inspired by his words, the animals agreed to help. The next morning, they all set off toward the river. It was a long and tiring journey, but they did not give up. When they reached the blockage, they saw how big the problem was. Large logs, branches, and piles of mud had stopped the water. It seemed impossible at first, but Arin reminded them to stay strong. The larger animals, like cranes and herons, used their beaks to pull away branches. The turtles and frogs worked in the mud, loosening the debris. Even the smallest animals carried tiny sticks and leaves away from the pile. Hour after hour they worked, under the hot sun. At one point, some animals grew tired and wanted to stop, but Arin continued to encourage them. "Every small effort matters," he said. "We are closer than we think." Finally, after a full day of hard work, the blockage began to weaken. With one last strong push, the animals cleared enough space for the water to flow again. Slowly at first, then faster and stronger, the river water rushed forward, making its way back toward the wetland. The animals cheered with joy. Arin watched with shining eyes as the water flowed freely once more. They returned home and waited. Within days, the wetland began to fill again. The cracked mud softened, the plants regained their green color, and life slowly returned to normal. Fish swam happily, frogs croaking again, and birds danced in the water. Arin stood in the shallow lake, just as he used to, but now with a deeper sense of gratitude and pride. Mira joined him and said, "You were brave, Arin. You gave us hope when we needed it most." Arin smiled gently. "We all did this together. That is the true strength of our home." From that day on, the animals of the wetland never forgot the importance of unity and courage. And every morning, as Arin danced in the water, his reflection told a story not just of beauty, but of bravery, friendship, and hope.
Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like our channel and subscribe.